Hi, my name is Lauren Eckstrom and welcome to your practice. In the 60-minute power yoga flow, we do things a little bit differently to challenge the comfort zone. Because if we can learn to be with things we find uncomfortable or that we even dislike in our bodies and on our mats, we learn to be with those challenges off the mat and in the world. But we do it with what the yogis called viveka or discernment, so that we're always safe. I hope you enjoy your practice. Be sure to click subscribe below, and I will see you at the end.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to your practice, whatever time of day it is, wherever you're joining from today. It's always so lovely to share this time and this space with you. Let's start by connecting with each other the way we might if we were walking into a yoga studio. So you can drop into the comments, say hello, share where it is that you're practicing from, and have that real sense of community and connection just as we settle in and as we begin. For this practice today, you can have any props around you that support you in your practice. I'm not going to have any with me today, but you could have a block or whatever else you feel called to have nearby near your mat. Today, where we're practicing from in Los Angeles, even though it's January, it is already in the mid 80s. We're gonna move quick, we're gonna build some heat. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Recline onto your back. Separate the feet a little bit wider than the hips and drop the knees in toward each other. We call this the constructive rest position. It's good to know about as an alternative to child's pose if that's ever not a good place for you to be, depending on what's going on in your life and your body. Cactus your elbows so that your elbows are in alignment with your shoulders. And if your arms float off the floor because of tension in the shoulders, then just bend the elbows down more, lower your arms more, as much as you need to, until the upper back, the backs of the shoulders, and both arms can rest comfortably to the floor. Let the eyelids become heavy. Maybe they close all the way. And as the body falls into a moment of relative stillness, can you soften? No longer clenching the toes, no longer gripping the fingers or the navel or the face. And together 3 times, take a deep inhale through the nose. And out the mouth, let it go. Twice more, deep breath in through the nose. Out the mouth, exhale, release. Last time, maybe you add some sound. Big, deep breath in. Out the mouth, sigh it out. And starting to slip into Ujjayi, draw the breath in through the nose and along the back of the throat. And with the sound of the breath, a landing pad for your mind, heel toe the feet together, sitting bone distance. Drop your arms down by your sides. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Wrap the right thigh forward. You could stay here. Or float the left knee into the chest, catch the shin or the back of the thigh, and we'll even flow this. Inhale, curl your forehead up towards your right ankle. Exhale, lay the back of the head down. Maybe you hug the knee in a little deeper. 2 more. Inhale, curl up, a little squeeze, a little hug, make it sweet. Exhale, lay the back of the head down, get empty of breath and soften. One last time. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, release the back of the head down. Pause there for a moment, take a breath. And then releasing the hands, slip the right thigh tightly on top of the left. Squeeze the inner thighs together. So we move from external rotation to internal rotation. Maybe you catch the outside edges of the feet for Supta Gomukhasana. That's not really feasible for everybody in this lifetime. So you might catch the shins instead. From either place, finding your place in the pose, breathe again. And we'll work with this question today. Can things be uneasy without them being a problem? And it's important that we do this work inward with ourselves first before we go out and into the world and attempt to do it with others. And yoga is a great frame for this practice. Not every pose is right for every body, and there are certain days where certain poses or transitions are going to feel really uneasy for us. And as long as it's safe for you to do so, using that practice of viveka, what the yogis called discernment, you determine if it's safe for you to stay. And in those moments of dis-ease, can you find equanimity? Can you find your breath? Keeping the legs as they are, release the hands, cactus the elbows the way we began. Drop the toes to the floor, shift the hips to the right, and drop the knees. Moving into the outer right thigh, the outer right hip. So taking the start of this practice to warm up the hips. Just for a moment, notice if your jaw got tight. Inhale back through the center and then slip the right ankle to the outside of the left knee and drop both knees to the right. Then you move into the left IT band, the outer left hip. And that root of muscle outside the left glute, across the outer left thigh, all the way to the outer left knee. Remembering if there's any history of injury or tenderness in the left knee, you just release that right foot. Don't have that foot putting any pressure on a tender left knee. Take care of yourself always. That is discernment. No teacher knows what's right for you. On an inhale, come back to center, lower both feet to the floor, sitting bone distance. Cross the left ankle over the right knee, flex the left foot. Flexing the left foot turns the strap of muscle on along the shin so that the knee is safe. You could stay there or hug the right thigh into the chest, and on an inhale, we'll flow, curl up, give a squeeze. Exhale, get totally empty, drop the head back, maybe hug in a little bit deeper. 2 more like that. Inhale, little curl, little hug. Exhale as you release all the way down and back. Last time, inhale as maybe the forehead comes up toward the shin or the ankle. Exhale as you release back. Pause there for a moment, take a breath. Lower the sole of the right foot down, pause for a moment, slip the left thigh tightly on top of the right, squeeze the inner thighs together. And then as the knees float back up, separate the feet, kick the feet away from each other, either catch the feet or catch the shins. Now, if you happen to have the feet, try to press the feet into the hands. And then we work with internal rotation here. One of the movements we get so infrequently in the human body and very infrequently in yoga practice, but really important to keep us mobile and healthy. Notice if you vacated your body, come back, feel your breath in your body, breathing in, feel your breath, that diaphragmatic style of breathing, if you can, deep down through the nose, into the space of the lower lobes of the lungs, down into the belly. Breathing out, getting completely empty, that little hug of the navel to the spine when you're empty. And then through it all, you just get to navigate this inner world that no one else can see but you. It's amazing. You can look so peaceful in your yoga practice, and no one would know that you're navigating a lot of turmoil, maybe a restless mind, or for whatever reason, a body that just doesn't feel totally comfortable or open today. And you learn to be the eye of the storm. That things can be a little bit choppy at the surface, but underneath there's this beautiful awareness that's always there carrying us. And release the feet, keeping the knees crossed. Lower the toes to the floor, helping you shift the hips to the left, and then drop both knees to the right. And you can cactus the elbows still here, not worrying about getting the knees to the floor. Know where to get to. Again, this is not a practice that has an agenda. And so that's part of being with things when they feel uneasy. Notice your agenda, the desire of the mind for them to be comfortable, because we live in this culture of comfort. On an inhale, come through the center, slip the left ankle outside of the right knee, and then drop both knees to the left. You can take those same modifications on this side to care for yourself. And then breathe down the outer right hip, outer right thigh, opening up now in this whole region of the outer right leg. Maybe you close your eyes again. Maybe you check in. How are the toes? How are the fingers? Where did that unnecessary tension creep in? And on an inhale, come back through the center. Lower the soles of both feet to the mat. Reach down, hug and squeeze the knees into the chest. Rock forward and back, cross the ankles, plant the hands, and head back to your first downward facing dog of the day. Separate the feet sitting bone distance, bend both knees generously. Stick the sitting bones up toward the sky. Grow longer through the mid back, the low back, so that down dog is a spinal lengthening pose. Most of us are very tight in the posterior side of the body just due to the way we spend life. So much sitting, really we spend life in a forward fold. And so as if we could just counteract life by pressing down into the hands, lifting the tail up to the sky and starting to awaken the muscles that support and surround the spine. From here on an inhale, lift the right leg up and off the mat, just about the height of the hip, and start to turn all 5 toes to the right. Lift the right leg a little bit higher and then bend the right knee. And now you might straighten the left leg and send the left heel down toward the mat, awakening the entire backside of the left leg. With the right knee bent, the hips stacking, start to circle the knees slowly a couple of times in each direction. So sometimes we do this on hands and knees, but we're doing it in 3-leg down dog today. Switch directions if you haven't already. Because the hip is a ball and socket joint, and when we move the joint in these circular directions, we start to lubricate the joint. We get what's called the synovial fluid moving. On an inhale, reach the right leg straight back, turn the 5 right toes down, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. Maybe once again, you bend the knees, lift the sitting bones up, breathe. Next in breath, float the left leg up, height of the hip. Start to turn the 5 left toes to the left. Notice you might be able to lift the leg a little higher. Then start to bend the left knee and then begin to send the right heel down toward the floor. Stacking left hip on top of right. Your job is not to get the right heel toward the floor. Notice that mind of agenda. And then circle the knee a couple of times in both directions. All of these things that we do to make ourselves more comfortable, speeding up, avoiding, thinking about other things, distracting ourselves, looking around the room that we're in, and you're just starting to wake up to those things, not judging or criticizing them. After you've gone both directions, reach the left leg straight back, turn the 5 left toes down, and exhale, lower the left foot to the mat, come into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take an inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand, turning your right toes out to the right. Step your left foot outside of your left hand, turning your left toes to the left, and then squat the hips down into Malasana. Keep the fingertips on the floor today. Rock a little side to side. You can lift a heel. So one last time into the hips before we get into some fluid motion that will include the hips today. Using the hands for support, rocking to one side and then the next. And coming through the center, Turn all 10 toes ahead. Lift your sitting bones to the sky. Put a generous bend into the knees. And as you fold in, turn the backs of your palms down toward the floor. Bending your knees as much as you need to get the backs of the hands to the floor. So as your arms hang heavy, maybe you get a little bit of a stretch through the wrists. Drop the head, breathe. Close the eyes if it's okay. Listen to the sound of the breath again. And the breath, this touchstone, this place inside of us that when we have those moments of discomfort, when we have those moments of feeling ill at ease with ourselves or with another, we always have this place to turn to ground, to find center again. The breath is always, always there supporting you. Take one more inhale here. Keeping the knees generously bent, the head heavy, the arms heavy, start to roll up to stand. Let your head be just the very last thing that comes up at the end. At the top, roll the shoulders down the back, and as you rise into Tadasana, turn the palms forward. Drop the arms down by the sides and close the eyes. Standing in this way, the whole front side of the body, the soft tissue side of the body, even the palms of the hands exposed, is one of the most vulnerable ways we can be. And so for a moment, you stand with yourself in this vulnerability, this sense of being exposed, and you simply watch and witness how quick we are to move, to cover ourselves, to curl in, to round, to protect. And so for a moment, can you stay with the sensations, the feelings that arise, and breathe into them? As long as it's safe for us to do so, when we consciously choose to stay, it's a way of saying, I'm not going to let my story end this way. Draw your hands together at the space of your heart now and bow your chin. On an inhale, circle the arms to the sky. Take a full deep breath in. Fold down, exhale out the mouth. Let yourself bow in. Through the nose, hands to shins. Inhale, flat back. Out the mouth, exhale, forward fold back in. To the sky, inhale, circle and rise all the way up to stand. Out the mouth, hands to the heart, exhale. Two more like this, each out breath out the mouth. Inhale, circle the arms to the sky, grow tall, grow up. Exhale, forward fold out the mouth, dive down and empty out. Inhale, flat back, navel lifts. Out the mouth, exhale, fold and empty again. To the sky, inhale, press through your feet, reach and rise all the way up to stand. Out the mouth to the heart, exhale, touch center again. Last time, inhale, sweep up, make it strong, make it active. Out the mouth, exhale, full release for the nervous system, drop the head. Inhale, fill the lungs, flat back, like you could pranify the body. Out the mouth, exhale, bow and fold back in. To the sky, inhale, strong legs, sweep and lift, look up, maybe watch your palms connect. Out the mouth, exhale, pull the backs of your thumbs to your heart. Pause just as we prepare to move on from this. Inhale, circle the arms up. This time, out the nose, listen to the breath. Exhale and fold like you're riding a wave. Ujjayi through the nose. Inhale, lengthen the spine. As you fold, exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Pause with the shoulders above the wrists. Take a deep inhale here. Remember, you could always use the knees. As you exhale, shift forward to the toes, bend the elbows, and then lower all the way down onto the mat slow. Release the tops of the feet to the earth. Strong legs. Inhale to cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, lengthen to lower belly, heart, chin to the mat. Two more like that in a flow. Inhale, elbows in, shoulders roll, heart lifts. Exhale, bow everything down toward the floor. One last time like that. Inhale to cobra, drag your heart forward. Exhale, lengthen to lower. Tuck the toes under. On an inhale, press back to plank, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Pause in downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Stick the tongue out, exhale. We're gonna do things differently today. Inhale, forward, upper push-up, plank. As you exhale, lower the entire body down onto the mat. Release the tops of the feet, let the chest stay to the earth. On an inhale, just lift the right leg up and off the mat. Reach back through the right toes. Feel the right hamstring turn on, the right glute turn on to do the lift of the leg. Then keeping the leg lifted, start to bring the right knee in alignment with the right hip, keeping it high lifted as much as you can, and then lower the knee to the floor in alignment with the hip and release the outer shin and calf and foot to the floor. So you're in the half frog pose. Hands stay by the low ribs. Inhale to cobra from here. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin to the mat. Pressing into the hands on an inhale to tabletop pose, left knee under left hip, and reach the right leg straight back behind you today, turning the right hip down to the mat. Take an inhale here, heart forward, right heel reaches back. One time, exhale, right knee toward the right elbow, tap and touch. Inhale, reach the right leg back. Exhale, step the right foot through between the hands. You got to come up onto the right fingertips often to do that. Into your low lunge on an inhale, left knee behind left hip. Send the pelvis a little bit forward, maybe arch a little bit back. Take an inhale, reach up, look up. Then exhale, plant the hands down, frame the front foot, rock the hips back, and flex the right toes toward the face, coming into a soft version of half splits. Drive the right heel forward, draw the right toes towards you. Then rebend the right knee and on an inhale back into your low lunge, full breath, reach up, lift up. Hands to the mat as you exhale, lift your back left knee as you tuck your back left toes and step forward to fold in half. Hands to shins, flat back, inhale, reach out. Exhale, forward fold, melt down and empty out. To the sky, inhale, circle the arms up as you rise to stand, then dive right down as you exhale and empty again. Flat back, inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank and lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra or up dog if you would like. Down dog as you exhale, press your way back. Upper push-up plank pose on an inhale. Lower all the way down to the mat as you exhale. Staying low to the floor, inhale, lift the left leg up. First round, we're gonna take it a little bit slow and feel things out. Reach through the back left toes. Feel the left glute activate. Then start to bend the left knee in alignment with the left hip. See how high it can float before you set it down outside of your mat in what we call half frog pose. Palms still planted by your low chest. Inhale to cobra, just your own amount, elbows in and shoulders back. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin to the floor. Pressing into the hands, inhale to tabletop pose on the right knee, and then reach the left leg straight back behind you, squaring off the hips. Wrists underneath shoulders, heart reaching ahead. Take one more inhale as you hug the inner thighs in. Exhale, left knee to outer left arm, a little tap a touch as you work those side obliques. Inhale, reach the left leg straight back. Exhale, step the left foot through. Finding your low lunge, circle the arms up. Take a full breath in. The tail drops, the navel lifts. Inhale, reach up, maybe arch back a little bit. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Rock the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Flex the left toes to the face. Draw the heart a little bit forward. Pull the left heel gently back. In your own time, rebend the left knee. Inhale, circle the arms up, just passing through low lunge. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Tuck the right toes under. Inhale, lift the right knee. Exhale, step forward, fold in half at the top of your mat. Flat back, inhale, lengthen out. Forward fold, exhale, empty out. Inhale, sweep the arms up, rise to the sky and stand. Dive right down as you exhale, fold back. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Plant the hands, step back and lower slow on the same out breath. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog as we just get ready to flow this twice. Inhale, upper push-up plank. Exhale, lower slow to the mat. Inhale, lift just the right leg. Exhale, bring the right knee in alignment with the right hip. Inhale, cobra pose and half frog. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, tabletop on your left knee, reach the right leg straight back. Exhale, right knee, right arm, tap and touch. Inhale, reach the right leg straight behind. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, rise to low lunge, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands down, rock the hips back, a moment in half splits. Rebend the right knee, inhale, lift up through the fingertips. Exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, lift the back left knee. Exhale, step forward, fold in half. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold and drop the head. Inhale, sweep and rise to the sky. Dive right down as you exhale, fold back in. Chest out, inhale, hands down, step back, lower slow, same exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, upper push-up plank. Exhale, lower to the mat with strength. Inhale, lift just the left leg. Exhale, bring the left knee in alignment with the left hip. Inhale to cobra, leg and half frog. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, tabletop pose on your right knee as your left leg reaches back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, tap and touch. Inhale, drive the left leg straight behind. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up, lift the fingertips, low lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Rock the hips back, a moment in half splits. Inhale, rebend the left knee, circle the arms high. Exhale, place the hands to the mat. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, step forward and fold in. Inhale, pull the chest out. Exhale, drop the head and melt. Inhale, press and rise all the way to stand. Exhale, fold right back down again. Inhale, lead with your heart. Exhale, hands down, step or float back, elbows hug in. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, right and left. Inhale to plank. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee into half frog. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin to mat. Inhale, tabletop on left knee, sweep the right leg back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, tap. Inhale, right leg straight behind. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, back knee up. Exhale, left foot meets right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, dive right down, clear it out. Inhale, pull the chest out. Exhale through the vinyasa or not. You always have a choice. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing. Last time, inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower to the mat. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, left knee into half frog. Inhale to baby cobra. Exhale, heart to the mat. Inhale, tabletop on right knee, left leg straight back. Exhale, knee to elbow tap once. Inhale, pull the heel back with strength. Exhale, float the foot through. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands to mat. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, right foot to left. Inhale, flat back in a flow. Exhale, forward fold low. Inhale to the sky, rise. Exhale, dive down and empty out. Inhale, pull your chest ahead. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back, lower slow, elbows in. Inhale, up dog or cobra, you flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a moment. And remember, you could pause in downward facing dog, or there's always child's pose. And take a moment, you take a little bit of an inventory. What is it like to do things in a new way? Oftentimes, that's what challenges us most. It's when we most want to vacate. We want things to be easy, familiar, and we get stuck in these patterns. In yoga, we get stuck in patterns of movement, habitual movement. And even though there's something beautiful about that, it's important that we move the body in different ways, just like it's important that we spend time with people who think differently than us. So let's keep up with this. We're gonna do this differently too today. Inhale forward to plank. From plank, as you exhale, hop your feet to the backs of your wrists. On an inhale, you're gonna jump straight up into the sky, arms by your sides. Then exhale, plant your hands, and inhale back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slow. Inhale, cobra or up dog, you rise. Down dog as you exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot through. Spin your back foot flat and use the inhale to rise all the way up into reverse warrior. Right arm up and overhead. Left hand slipping down your back left leg. Take one more inhale, lean back, awaken the right side waist. Then exhale, either your right elbow to your right thigh or your right hand inside of your right foot, and sweep your left arm up and over the crown of your head, finding full extended side angle pose as you reach. Grounding through the legs. Next inhale, reverse your warrior all the way up and back. Take a deep breath in. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat as you exhale. Spin to your back left toes, look forward, and on an inhale, float up to standing splits. Keep the left leg lifted. We're just here for a beat. One more inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot drops down to meet the right today. Flat back inhale, chest out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, sit back into your first chair pose of the day. Weight into your heels, lift the heart up, take an inhale. Out the mouth one time, arms back. Inhale, chair pose, sit deep. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, plant the hands, step back and lower slow or float. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, left foot steps through, back foot flat. Reverse warrior on your inhale. Take a moment for our first round. Reach back. Send your breath into your left waist, your left lung. Take one more inhale as you extend. Then exhale, left elbow to left knee or left hand inside of the left foot and reach the right arm up and all the way overhead, targeting the opposite side of the body. Start to turn the heart to the right, turn the navel to the sky, find your point of ease. So if the body feels like it's in a state of dis-ease today, can you find ease in your breath or the point of focus that you're looking at? Give it one last little reach. On an inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm up and overhead. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, spin to your back right toes, and on an inhale, lift your right leg, finding just a moment in standing splits, a soft standing splits. Take one more inhale. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Lift the heart, inhale, flat back. Forward fold, exhale, drop in. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, chair pose. Out the mouth, sweep back. Inhale, chair, still sitting deep. Forward fold, exhale, hands to the earth. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Through the vinyasa or not, exhale. Inhale, pull your heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog, as we just get ready to flow this a couple of times. And so you attend to, what is it like to do things in a new way? What is it like to be with new experiences? I know for myself at first, my initial reaction is almost always, I don't want to, I don't like this, there's resistance. And then I keep showing up and I keep trying and I learn something new. And I'm so grateful that I did. On an inhale, upper push-up plank. Exhale, hop the feet to the hands. Inhale one time, jump up in the air. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, hop back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slow. Inhale, lift the heart. Here we go. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot through. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, you sweep. Inhale all the way back to reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, spin to your back toes. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow back in. Inhale, chair pose, sit deep. Out the mouth, sweep back. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, dive hands to the mat. Inhale, pull your chest out. Exhale, step back and lower slow or skip it. Inhale, shoulders roll. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it through light. Inhale all the way up to reverse warrior. Exhale all the way through to extended side angle. Inhale, reverse it all the way up and back. Exhale, hands down, spin to back toes. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, drop your head. Inhale, chair pose, sit deep. Out the mouth, sweep back. Inhale to chair, you sit. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, pull your heart out. Exhale, hands down, step or jump back, and lower as the elbows hug in. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, press back. Inhale, forward to plank. We keep going. Exhale, hop the feet up. Inhale, jump up into the sky. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, hop to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, press back. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot through. Inhale, reverse warrior in a flow. Exhale, extended side angle, you reach. Inhale, reverse it all the way up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, shift to standing splits. Exhale, fold in top of the mat. Inhale, pull your chest out. Exhale, drop your head deep. Chair pose, inhale, sit back. Out the mouth, sweep. Inhale to chair for the second to last time. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hands down, step back, lower with control. Inhale, offer your heart up. Exhale, press your thighs back. Last time, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot through. Inhale to the peaceful warrior up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, right arm overhead. Inhale, left arm draws you up and back. Exhale, both hands down, spin to back toes. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, right foot meets left. Inhale, pull the chest out. Exhale, drop back in deep. Inhale, chair pose, knees bend. Out the mouth, sweep back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, dive and forward fold. Inhale, reach long through the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. You could use your knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And then flutter the lips. On an inhale, lift the right leg up and back. As you exhale, step the right foot through, spin the back foot flat. Inhale, rise up to warrior two, pause. Turn the palms down to face the floor. Reach out from hand to hand, close the eyes. Take a second and sit with yourself. We slow things down. We take a few breaths. And we sit with what's here today, because at the root of this practice, it means to see things clearly. Not to see things the way we want to see things or the way we want things to be, but to see what's really here today. And to do it with a heart of compassion, that heart of nonviolence, the heart in yoga of non-grasping. So just to be right here, maybe body quivering, maybe mind or heart quivering today. Can you be with it? Turn your left palm to face behind you. Take your left hand behind your back. Straighten your front right leg. Give it a break. Heel toe your back left foot in a little bit to shorten up the stance today. Angle the left toe slightly forward. Start to reach through your right arm. And as you reach your right waist out, pause there. Right arm still lifted. If it's okay for your spine, your back. Left arm behind the back for a moment as you leverage the left shoulder down the back. Reaching long from right waist to right hand. And keeping yourself out in this version of extended triangle pose, unwrap the left arm and then sweep that overhead like you were holding a very light beach ball. If the chest began to turn toward the earth, wrap the right waist under, wrap the left waist back, give it one last little reach. Grounding through the legs, inhale, rise to center, both arms to the sky. Turn the right toes in to mirror the left. And then kick the heels in, turn the toes out, start to bend the knees. Interlace the fingers up and overhead. Flip the heels of the hands to the sky. And as you descend down, knees aiming over the second and third toes, 36 rounds of Kapalabhati here. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Out the nose, pump the breath out. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a deep inhale, knees still bent. Drive through the heels of the hands. Hold and retain the breath in. Exhale, open the mouth. Inhale, straighten both legs. Turn all 10 toes to face ahead. Spread the arms out the height of the chest. Pivot the left toes forward. Bend the left knee. So now you're in warrior two, facing what is the back of your mat. Take one inhale here in warrior two to your left leg. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, spin to your back right toes like you've done already today. Shift the weight a little bit forward, the fingertips forward, float the right leg parallel to the mat, and then float the hands to the heart, coming into your first warrior three of the day. Chest parallel to the earth, or as parallel as it'll get today. Drive the right leg back. On an inhale, float to stand, drawing the right knee up and into the chest. Standing on your left leg, take a breath in. Slow things down. Stack the right ankle above the left knee. Wrap the right knee open in that figure four shape you began practice in today. Start to bend the left knee. Start to send the sitting bones back. Keep the hands at the heart today. Reach from the sitting bones to the crown of the head. Maybe you start to reach the heart out parallel toward the earth. You could stay here. Or maybe your right elbow comes to the sole of your right foot and you take a twist. You could stay here. Or maybe your right fingertips drop down toward the floor. Maybe your left arm reaches up toward the sky and you spread your arms out wide. Notice if your left hip wants to sneak out to the left, hug it back into the center. Can you stay? Maybe you need to stay with falling out of it. Maybe you need to stay with sensation. Give it one last little reach wherever you are. If your arms are wide, bring the hands back together. Return back to center. Inhale, press and rise to stand. Right knee back into the chest. Kick the right leg straight out. Circle the arms up. Take a breath. Stand tall. One inhale here. Exhale, lower the right foot down to meet the left. Both arms still overhead. Pop up onto the toes. Lift the heels. Take an inhale. Little stretch for the arches of the feet. Staying on the toes, start to bend the knees. Squat the hips down toward the heels. Arms still lifted high. Open up the knees. Plant the hands down shoulder distance. Maybe you walk the knees up into the triceps. Maybe you shift the weight forward. Maybe you come into Bakasana. Take one inhale, navel lifts, heels lift. Shoot the toes back, chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up and off the mat. Exhale, float, step the left foot through, spin the back foot flat. Cartwheel open to warrior two on your left leg. Sit down, sit in, and stay. It's the only time you're holding it today. Take your attention inside of yourself. What is asking for your attention today? That often those places we want to run away from are the places we need to attend to most. And so you can titrate it. If there's something that's intense for you in your body or in your life, your mind or your heart, you can go there for a moment with your attention. And then you can pull away again. You can go to what's easy to be with, maybe your breath. And when you feel grounded and steady, you can go back to what's intense again, the same way that you might ease yourself into a very hot or cold body of water. Little by little, give it one last breath. Turn your right hand to face behind you, wrap your right hand behind your back. Straighten your front left leg. Heel toe your back right foot in a couple of inches, shorten up the stance. Reach through the left arm, send the left waist out, as if you were going to come into triangle pose without using your hands today. Reaching through the left fingertips, keeping the navel hugging to the spine, the back, so that the front body protects the back body. Then as you're ready, unwind your right arm, reach both arms overhead like you're holding air just between your hands. So if in your mind, you think this is really hard and you're holding something heavy, that's going to bring a different quality of experience than if you just imagine holding something light. Give it one last little reach. Inhale, rise up to center, both arms to the sky. Turn your left toes in to mirror your right. Take a beat, feel your feet on the earth. Kick your heels in, turn your toes out, bend your knees, catch and interlace your hands, flip the heels of the hands to the sky. Maybe you go one finger over the less natural way. One more time, a round of 36, snapping the navel to the spine. Take a deep inhale through the nose. I'll count it for us. And out the nose. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale, knees still bent, press up through the heels of the hands, hold the breath, what we call kumbhaka in yoga. Then open the mouth, exhale, straighten both legs. Turn all 10 toes to face straight ahead. Spread the arms back out wide, the height of the chest, fingertips at ease. Pivot your right toes forward. Bend the right knee, coming to warrior two to your right leg. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, spin to your back left toes, back into that high runner's lunge. Shift the fingertips forward, the weight forward. Inhale, lift the left leg. Fingertips under shoulders, they can always stay there, or float the hands to the heart, coming through warrior three. So practicing that deep focus, that deep sense of discipline and balance that you've brought to all of your practice. You know how to stay even through the falls. Rise to stand, inhale, so slow, left knee up to the chest. Plant through the right leg. Ground the left ankle above the right knee, make that figure four shape. Start to send the sitting bones back. Bend the right knee, take your time. It can be scary to go slow when things feel uncomfortable or uneasy, but it's actually how we start to navigate those transitions or even those relationships mindfully. Start to bring the left elbow to the sole of the left foot if that's right for you today. And then just remember, this side's going to be different. We twist very differently side to side in these human bodies. You can stay here or drop the left hand down. Reach the right arm to the sky. Spread through the wingspan. You don't ever need to do this to have a yoga practice. And in fact, the greatest yoga practice might be staying in the simplest pose and remaining in that state of pratyahara, remaining in that state of deep inner focus and breath connection. If the arms are wide, bring the hands back together. Come back through center and inhale, float the torso upright. Kick the left leg out, sweep both arms to the sky. Stand tall for a moment. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower the left foot down to meet the right, keeping both arms up above. On an inhale, rise to the toes. Lift the heels up. Spread through the toes, take an in-breath. Exhale, start to bend the knees. As you bend the knees, start to drop the sitting bones to the heels, keeping the arms and the torso upright. Open the knees up, plant the hands down in front of you, shoulder distance. Lift your sitting bones up. Maybe walk your knees high up your triceps. Maybe shift forward. You could stay here. Maybe you take full Bakasana today. Heels lift, toes lift, take a breath. Exhale, shoot the toes back to Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, press back to Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Single pigeon pose as you exhale. Line your right shin up with the top of your mat. Reach your left toes back and exhale to lower slow to the forearms, the forehead, a block, or the mat. And then take your attention back inside. Breathe. How quick we are to forget what's important. How quick we are to give something power over us that has no power at all, like a to-do list. And these are just thoughts that we have. These things are not real. Jon Kabat-Zinn tells the story of a man in his meditation program who found himself washing his car at 10 o'clock at night, the floodlights flooding his driveway, when all of a sudden this young man stopped and he realized, I don't need to be washing my car right now. It can wait. And so oftentimes we find dis-ease. We find ourselves uncomfortable for unreal reasons, thoughts we've given power to. And our breath is the partner in this, whether we're on the mat or off the mat and in our lives, it brings us back to what's real. Walk the hands in, straighten the arms, tuck the back left toes under, lift the left knee, just step back to a soft downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, single pigeon pose, left shin parallel or your version of it. Reach the right toes back and in your own time, descend. There's no hurry. There's no rush. Breathe again. Notice when your attention starts to go outside of the four corners of your mat. And just imagining that you are surrounded in a protective bubble. You can't see the dust on the floor that you want to sweep up. The things in your peripheral vision that are asking for your attention, all of that just fades away. This breath. And then this next breath, you're not going to give your power or your practice away. That reminder that sometimes staying means that you get to choose the end to the story. And maybe that's new for you, maybe you're used to leaving your practice early, shutting a class off early, skipping Shavasana. And what if you stayed with that discomfort today? What might happen just out of curiosity? I'm not saying it's the right thing for you. I don't know what is. But just as an experiment, walk the hands back in, straighten the arms, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, step back to your last downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees down, crawl the knees forward, cross the ankles behind you, roll to the sitting bones and roll to your back. Feet sitting bone distance, the way we began practice. Drop the arms by the sides. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, soft bridge pose. You could stay here or catch and interlace the fingers, walking one shoulder under you and then the next. Press into the heels of the feet. Give the glutes a little bit of a squeeze. It helps to protect the low back. I know there are different theories on that. Imagine you were hugging a block in and then breathe into the belly, softening the whole front side of the body. Inhale here. Release the hands if you interlaced them. Release the upper back, the middle back, the lower back. Let the whole back body touch the mat. Drop the knees in, separate the feet hip distance, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, hands on the body. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Eyes closed, we breathe through the nose. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out the nose, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in, a full breath out. Keep the eyes closed, hug the knees into the chest. We're gonna go right into Shavasana. If there's something else you need before then, please do it. Otherwise, exhale, release the legs forward, spread the feet out, drop the arms down by the sides, fully receptive. And to acknowledge just before you drift away in this final rest that you never regret showing up, even on the days it's hardest to stay, even on the days where there is the most discomfort. Always grateful you saw it through to the end, no matter how much you modified or made it work for where you are today. So resting in that state of gratitude. And Shavasana. And if you have more time to stay in a longer final rest today, please do. Otherwise, float the hands to the body, breathe into your two hands only when you're ready to transition. Draw the knees in, curl to your left side, cradle your head. Pressing into the hands, eyes still closed as you rise to sit. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, hands on the body. Grateful to the awareness inside of you that brings you back to your mat, no matter how long you've been away. Grateful to that part of you that understands the power of discipline and deep listening. The potency and the power of what is possible for us, not just as individuals, but as a collective, when we choose to stay in relationship. And draw your hands together at the space of your heart, the gesture of prayer. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead for clarity of thought. Your fingertips to your lips for thoughtfulness of speech. And your hands to your heart for consistency of action, allowing your practice to guide you through everything you're thinking, saying, and doing. Namaste.
If you enjoyed this practice, click subscribe below, and then go over to laureneckstrom.com where you can sign up for my newsletter. When you sign up for my newsletter, you get invited to these practices for free anytime I host them. I look forward to practicing with you again.